You lot are...
What?
Obviously, start the section. Gordon or Rashford tomorrow. I'll give you the opportunity to swap. You doing it?
Yeah. No.
You wouldn't do it right now?
No.
Why not?
Does their form continue?
Yeah, of course it does.
Listen.
No, actually,
I don't have to answer yes or no.
Yeah, Rashford or Gordon right now?
Gordon.
Thank you. That's what I need to hear.
All right. No, I'm pretty sure. Gordon Bennett, what question that is.
Gordon. We all know it's Gordon.
We'll talk about Marcus Rashford in a minute, all right?
It's the body. You know what it is? It's the body language.
I want to talk about Anthony Martial first.
No.
No, I can talk about whatever I want.
No,
Hold on. I'll be scathing with Rashford, don't worry.
All of the Manchester United problems, and you will start with Martial.
No, I'll be scathing about Marcus Rashford.
Okay.
Anthony Martial has been at Man United for 8 years.
Yeah.
We've just spent £72 million on Højlund, right? Martial starts. He's got, I think, 63 goals Marcus Rashford's got in all comps for Man United. I don't know why he's still in that team. I don't know why he's starting. I don't know why he's even at the club. Okay? And I'm just picking one player I could pick. Marcus Rashford, I don't know what is going on. You know I love Marcus Rashford.
You love him.
I absolutely
love him like he's one of your own kids.
I do. I really do. He's a homegrown talent. Now, previously when United have had a homegrown talent, I don't know, like Gary Neville or something, right? You look to these players to really sort of round up the troops and go, come on, this is Manchester United we're playing for, right? I don't know what's happened to him because from Christmas towards the end of the season, last season, he was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Right? He's complete polar opposites.
Yeah.
His form now, if you can even call it form, is embarrassing. It's disgusting. He doesn't track back. And I'm picking on one player. This is basically Manchester United at the moment. This is all the players. I don't look at anyone and think he's working his socks off. Okay?
Do you know, when you're in times like this, right? And again, I think a lot of people look at Rashford and they think, for whatever reason, people still look at him like he's that young kid that you're expecting him to kind of develop into this top player. He's 26 years old, by the way. So there's no more that time. When we look at some of the players that are younger than him, like Mbappe's 24. Do you know what I mean? Bellingham's 20. These young kids, these are, you know what I mean? And look what Mbappe's been doing with France. Not people might say the French league, but look what he's been doing with France, right? With Rashford, I just think it must be hurting him because he's a homegrown lad, but for whatever reason, he is just not got going this season. Now he wants to play on the left, he's playing on the right at the minute, but it's the effort and the body language. And when you play in teams that are struggling, you need characters in your team. So then at least at times you can go, do you know what? I'm not having a good time at the minute. So what I'm going to do is let me lean on one of my teammates, and they can help, kind of not bail me out, but help me out. At the minute with Manchester United, because they're all individuals and they're not playing collectively as a team, they've got no one they can even lean on. So when Rashford's having a tough time and he turns to Bruno, like, Bruno, I'm having a bit of a tough time. Bruno's like having a bit of a stinker. So he's like, well, I need to worry about myself. So Bruno's looking around thinking, well, hold on, who can I lean on? Who's got a bit of experience? I'll go to Varane. Varane's like, well, I'm trying to take care of myself. I'm not even playing. So at the minute, there's no collective as a team, it's worrying.
There's also, I agree with everything you said. There's also, I look at Man United now, I sort of feel as though Erik Ten Hag doesn't even know.
He's out of his depth.
No. I wasn't going to say that.
No, but he is.
Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. I sort of feel he doesn't know what his best team is. And by that, I say that, Maguire's not a part of it all season, right? Then all of a sudden...
Desperation kicks in.
And you play him, right? Then you have players like McTominay, right? Not playing. Then he always plays great for Scotland, scores a couple of goals, and then you put him in, right? Amrabat, flavour of the month. Then all of a sudden he goes, right? Manu's had a couple of good games. Now he starts.
Yeah.
You've got, Rashford, you ain't going to move him off the left. Then Garnacho comes, put Rashford on the right.
Yeah.
It's almost like, and Martial and Højlund, it's almost like he doesn't really know what his best 11 is.
Do you know,
irrelevant of who's fit and who's not fit.
I think he probably does.
Sorry, you've got players like Victor Lindelof on the bench, right? Varane on the bench.
He probably does know he's starting 11.
I don't think he does. It's
It's
every week. It's like, I wonder who played well last week.
That's the problem. He does know his best 11 or the 11 that he wants to go with, but because no one's playing well, he's almost basing it off form. So Manu does well, we'll start him. Maguire's done all right today, we'll play him next week. Because there's no consistency in the level of performance as a team, he's just looking for someone to grab the shirt and go, right, I'm going to take this club forward. And because they're so indifferent and so inconsistent, that's why he's mixing and matching. But I look at him and you look at last season, what he did last season was good. Won the League Cup, finished in the top 4. There's that new manager bounce. Everything he touched, everyone was like fair play. But I think the warning signs were there. The amount of times they got pumped away from home against teams
in
and
around
them.
So last season, when they played the top 9 sides and the top 9 that finished the Premier League, all season, these are away games, all of those games resulted in a defeat apart from one, and that was a draw. against the top 9 that finished in the Premier League.
So the cracks were already starting.
There was a 7-0 in there against Liverpool.
Was there 4-0 against Brentford? Or did I make that up?
Carry on.
So I think they're not even a top thing, so I apologise. It's one of those where
they finished top 10, didn't they, last season?
I think so. But what my point is, the cracks were there. But when you get a new manager bounce and he's won the cup and you finish in the top 4, it's almost hard to kind of pick holes in what he's done. But once that new manager bounce wears off and everything settles and then you start to see what the team's about, I think for me, he's out of his depth, man. And I know you can't keep sacking managers. I understand that, and you've got to stick with somebody. But the players right now and moving forward are not responding to what Ten Hag is telling them, whether it be Rashford, Martial, Bruno, whoever he's picking in that squad. He's now fell out with Varane. These players are not listening to the instructions he's given them. And on the flip side of that, Newcastle have got that many injuries, but look at how they're running for Eddie Howe. Tactically, they're there. Manu was really good, so what does he do? He puts Bruno Guimaraes on him, makes it really difficult for him. Tactically, Eddie Howe was so good against United at the weekend. I look at Erik Ten Hag at the minute. Everything's off the cuff, but the players are just like, do you know what? Nah. But it must be a horrible place for a manager to be, because you know full well you can't get rid of the players. So it's going to be him that has to go. But something has to give. And I know he's only been there a short time, but players do get sick and tired of hearing the same messages from the managers. Like after a while, a manager's voice, some players are just like, do you know what? Enough's enough. I'm tired of this. And it looks like now all the Manchester United players have down tools for Ten Hag. And it's going to be incredibly hard for him to bring it back. So I think at the minute now, probably their only avenue is to look at replacing him. But then the problem is, who do you replace him with?
Would you sack him now?
Probably, yeah. I'd probably go. But there's no point me sacking him for nobody.
No, but there's always somebody.
Yeah, but who?
Well, there's always somebody.
So if there was an Ancelotti waiting, see ya. Get Ancelotti in. But right now, I wouldn't sack him now for nobody.
Let me ask you, Man United have got big games coming up. Chelsea Wednesday's massive. Absolutely massive. Then we've got Bournemouth at the weekend.
Massive. You say it's not massive, but all of a sudden you start... you get beat by Chelsea.
Yeah. After that, the following Tuesday, Bayern Munich. And then the following weekend, Liverpool.
That's the one, Liverpool.
Let me read that out again. Chelsea Wednesday, Bournemouth at the weekend, Bayern Munich Tuesday, Liverpool the following weekend. 17th is Liverpool. 4 games that could determine whether or not Erik Ten Hag remains Man United manager.
Who would you rather lose in January? The manager leave or Rashford?
Manager. Because I think Marcus Rashford's got it.
So, but you don't think the manager has? Oh, what a question that is, Stevie. I need one to go. And I need a reason as to why.
Yeah, but your mate... I mean, I've taught you too well. It literally is like Yoda talking to Luke Skywalker.
One's got to go in January. The manager.
If one's got to go in your scenario, yes. Because I think Marcus Rashford... Listen, in his pomp, right, there have been rumours reporting him and linking him to clubs like PSG, right?
Yeah.
No, but I'm just saying, in his pomp, there are big clubs that want him.
Yeah.
Right? And he would be the type of player, in his pomp, that Man United should be buying. So...
Question for you.
Oh, my days.
Tomorrow, phone rings.
Right.
Zidane.
Why is he phoning me?
Like,
I've got so many friends.
I'm really interested in taking the United job.
I don't know about Zidane. I don't know whether he could do it.
The guy won 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
I know, but wasn't successful in La Liga, was he?
He won 3 Champions Leagues in a row.
I know, but that's a knockout competition.
Doesn't matter. And he won the league once.
I know, but with that team...
If you got the opportunity, would you rather keep Ten Hag or get Zidane?
I'd get Zidane. You're putting words in my mouth. What happens is Social cut this up, and it literally is the headline. Goldstein wants Zidane, get rid of Ten Hag. And it'd be like me going, Zidane.
Zidane. It's tough. It's a tough place to be in.
You don't think he's got it, right?
No, I think he's lost it now. I think looking at the players' body language, the fact that they don't want to run, that argument Martial and him at the halfway line, that doesn't happen with proper man. You don't see that at top clubs.
Why is Anthony Martial playing?
I have to ask her.
But any manager that's ever picked him, he'll never have a rich train of form.
I don't think he's sold on Højlund.
He paid 72 million for him.
I don't think he's sold on him. Because if you believe in him, I don't care. Unless he's got a bad injury, he is playing week in, week out all the time.
If you look at the subs bench, Amrabat is bought on loan, right?
Yeah.
Højlund was 72 million. Reguilon is bought on loan. Varane is bought. Anthony paid 90 million for.
What would you give that a grade? I'd give that a D.
What do you mean? All of them?
Yeah.
What, collectively?
Yeah, collectively. D.
At best.
But Højlund...
I think Højlund's got it.
Play him then. If he's the future of Manchester United Football Club, get Martial out or just leave... You don't even get him out. Put him on the bench. Højlund, just keep playing him.
I don't get Martial. He frustrates me.
That's the only thing I could think of. The manager's clearly is looking at Højlund and going, either he's not fit or he's like, I'm not sure about him. Because if you spend that amount of money on a player and you play him, Until it works, a little bit like Arteta and Havertz. Keep playing him. Keep playing him.
I agree.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.